Man, it's been a while. Let's see if I remember how to still do this. It's been only a week. To the intro!
Goal. Avellini, here comes Peyton. And Peyton is in for the touchdown.
Unbelievable.
Takes it, Cade. 2-on-1, hustling back to point up a shot. Goal! That's retained in overtime.
Ahead of Jenks. Uribe charges throws. Out! And the White Sox have won the World Series.
To the circle, puts the shot in the air. Good! The game's over, and the Bulls have won.
The pocket, so Ferguson was on the run, and you're going to see Wilbur Marshall come here and really flatten him. Oh, boy, did he really hit him.
Moving right in alone, the shot! Bedard!
Looking downfield, launching downfield, going for it all! It is caught!
Here's Bedard.
He's a back. He's a scores! Bedard in overtime, and the Hawks won it 4-3.
Hello, everybody. My name is Adrian Aaron. Welcome back to Da Superfan Network. It's been a while. I couldn't get you a pregame or postgame for Saturday's game or Friday's game. I was busy doing things, but I am back, and we're back for another week. And not for very long will we be talking about Blackhawks stuff, because the Olympics are coming up very soon, and we will be talking about Olympics, and I will get you at least a day recap for hockey, and then just the Olympic gold medal, the Olympic medal count. So that will be my goal for the Olympics, is giving you at least a recap video every single day. May give like a pregame and such for pregame and postgame for Team USA. But other than that, it will just be a recap of the day of how things are at the time of like the end of all the hockey games. So at the end of the hockey games, depending on what time it is, then it will be, all right, here's what the gold medal count is. I keep saying gold medal because they count more than just the golds, but we'll get the medal count. However, we still got 2 games until the Olympic break starts. So we still got some hockey to play. Tonight, it's the foe, the big rival in my eyes. The San Jose Sharks, a team I don't like at all, taking on our beloved Chicago Blackhawks. The Sharks come into this game at 27-22-4, and they hold no wild card spot. They're 2 points out of a wild card spot, with Los Angeles holding the last wild card spot with 60 points. The Hawks, on the other hand, come in 21-25-9 with 51 points, so a whole 7 points back. 7 points back. I did not mean to do that on purpose. I couldn't do math. So a whole 7 points back on the Sharks. So trying to get back into it and trying to not be in the basement of the West, because there's only 3 teams underneath them. That's the Flames, the Blues, and the Canucks. So they're trying to get out of the basement. This is the first time that both first-round picks, Malcolm Celebrini and Connor Bedard, will be facing each other, and it's the first time that these 2 teams will face each other this season. That game will start at 8:30 p.m. Eastern, and it will be at the United Center. Some players to look out for, of course, Celebrini and Bedard, the 2 first overall picks. They are playing against each other, and we'll see what happens. The other thing to look out for is the power play. The Hawks are on a 10 games consecutive game power play drought. They haven't scored 1 power play goal in 10 games, and they've been switching things around, and hopefully they will be getting something tonight. Hopefully a goal on the power play. But as of right now, there's nothing to show for it. I am going to grab Twitter real quick and get Ben Pope to see what those lines for the power play were in this in practice to see maybe these will be the lines that they have for tonight. So let's find out what was on those power play lines. If he even had the power play lines. I'm hoping he did. But before we get to those power play lines, let's get to the starting goaltenders. Yaroslav Askarov, 17 wins, 13 losses, 2 overtime losses, and playing his first appearance against the Blackhawks with a goals against average of 3.47 and a save percentage of .890. He will be starting tonight. That should be good for the Hawks. We might be able to score a little bit against these guys. That is actually really, really nice for us. On the other side, it makes it even better. We have Spencer Knight starting in goal. 15 wins, 15 losses, 7 overtime losses, a goals against average of 2.60, and a save percentage of .909. And he is playing in his third career game against the San Jose Sharks. He is 1-1-0 with a save percentage of .900 and a goals against average of 2.50. So a little under his actual career lineups and stuff. I'm not seeing anything from Ben Pope on the power play, which tells me that the power play hasn't changed that much since the last game. But before we get into those, let's get the starting lineups for the San Jose Sharks. Smith, Celebrini, Toffoli on the first one with Eklund, Wenberg, and Graf on the second line, Regena and Misa on the third, Kurashev, this is his first time coming back to Chicago since he was not re-signed and he went to San Jose. He's on the third line, and Godot, and Reeves are on the fourth line. Orlov, Liljegren, Ferraro, Mukhamadullin, Dickinson, and Desjardins are the defensive pairings. Some news before we get into the Blackhawks. I did not record this or was able to get a video when this happened, but Lev Shinov is going to be practicing. He's not in the lineups, but he's not sent down. They're just working on some things like technical stuff, some back to basics things is what Blashill basically said. So the lineups are Nazar, Bedard, and Bertuzzi, the Bedzer connection. My boys, love them. They're going to be on the first line together, and I love it. Teravainen, Green, and Burakovsky on the second line, with Donato, Dickinson, and Mikheyev on the third, with Doc Moore and Slaggert on the fourth line. Defensive pairings are Vlasic and Crevier, Kaiser and Renzel, and Grzelcyk and Murphy. Those power play lines are Teravainen, Bedard, and Burakovsky, with Moore and Renzel quarterbacking the first power play, and Donato, Nazar. I bet Burakovsky's not going to be on the first power play line. I have Burakovsky listed both power play lines. I'm thinking it's going to be Teravainen, Bedard, Bertuzzi, Moore, and Renzel. And the second power play line will be Donato, Nazar, Burakovsky, Green, and Grzelcyk. I don't know why they have both Burakovsky and Moore listed on both, which is very strange to me because that's not going to happen. Injury report, Sherwood, Dellandrea, and Couture are out on IR for the San Jose Sharks, while Foligno, he was practicing in a normal jersey, and so he will be back soon. He's just a little banged up and bruised from the previous game. So nothing too serious going on with Foligno. The Hawks looking for their 22nd win of the year and getting to 53 points. San Jose trying to get back into that, the race for the wild card. Keys of the game. Play aggressive. Play the body. Celebrini is not that big. They are not that. San Jose does not have really size. And also attack. San Jose has great offense, but they have terrible defense. So attack as much as you can, and you will be able to win this game. Hopefully, the Hawks will beat the San Jose Sharks. If not, I'm going to be really, really disappointed and really, really frustrated. Other than that, it's time for the pick of the game. I'm going to pick Connor Bedard to get a goal tonight. I think Connor Bedard is going to outshine Celebrini, by the way. I think he's going to outshine Celebrini and show all those people in Canada, those Canadians, who didn't pick him on the roster, to show you picked the wrong guy. Why did you pick Celebrini and not me? So I think Bedard will get his payback for not being selected to the Olympic roster. Other than that, the Olympics coming up very soon. I have that schedule coming up. The first Olympic hockey games will start February 11th, and we open 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. You can watch that on Peacock or USA. Or if you have other means of getting it, which I don't condone. Slovakia plays Finland for the first game. Sweden and Italy play at 3 p.m. Eastern, and that wraps up on the first day for the hockey for the men. Switzerland and France, Czechia and Canada, Latvia and USA, and Germany and Denmark start on Thursday. However, I doubt you'll see that Switzerland-France game because that game starts at 6 a.m. Eastern. So there might be a chance that I might have to wake up early to watch that game. I might actually wake up early to watch that game because I don't know. It's Switzerland-France. There's not really anything big going on. Now, I definitely will wake up early on a Friday morning, 6 a.m. Eastern, to watch Finland and Sweden. Let me tell you that. I will definitely watch that. So, might have to change my sleep schedule around with these games that are on early in the morning at 6 a.m. There's some 6 a.m. games, which is absolutely crazy to me to think about that. But if I'm going to if there's one game that she's like, okay, wake up before 6 a.m. to watch this, Finland and Sweden is your best pick. And that might be one that I actually watch if I wake up early in the morning. There's also Italy and Slovakia, but I'm probably not going to watch Italy and Slovakia on that same day. But we got some weird times. Hopefully the USA doesn't play at like 6 a.m. It doesn't look like it. They usually are playing at 3 p.m. Eastern, so that's pretty good for us USA Americans, and also good for the Canadians because the Canadians don't really look like they are playing at 6 a.m. either. The earliest I see the Canadians playing is 10:30 a.m. Eastern when they play France and when they play Czechia on the 12th, and they play France on the 15th. That is Sunday morning. So all you people going to church, wait a bit. Don't watch unless your church has a really early service. Go to the early service. But no. I'm excited for Olympic hockey. I'm excited that the pros are back. I'm hoping USA gives Canada a run for their money and USA takes the gold because the USA hasn't taken gold in so long for the Olympics. But other than that, I think that's all I really have for this pregame of the Hawks and a little bit of a pregame for the Olympics. I'm excited for the Olympics. I really am, and I will get you Olympic coverage. So expect a video around 6 p.m., 6:30 p.m., probably more like 7:30, probably more later in the night because I'm going to do it in a sense that I record it after the very last game of the very last game for the hockey, and that's going to be basically my schedule. I don't really for Winter Olympics. The only sport I really care about is hockey. When it comes to Summer Olympics, I care about the track and field, but that's a lot of events all connected into like one little thing and stuff like that. But with this, I only really care about the hockey, so my schedule is gonna be built around the hockey schedule. So after that last game, I will get you a recap of what happened during that day and a medal count. So that's how things are going to go. Other than that, that's all I got for this pregame. Enjoy the game. Hopefully the Hawks get a big win because we've been needing a win for a very, very long time. And hopefully we can go into the Olympic break with a win streak because we have also another game before the Olympic break. But other than that, that's all I got. Thank you so much for watching. I'm AJ Neihart saying so long for now, and I will see you after the game.